Good morning, Beaks. This is Buffalo Bill the Bee Buster coming to you from Madisonburg, Texas. Sometime in the not too distant future, next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have to go to Lovelady, to Honnold's Beekeepers, Honnold's Bee Farm, to pick up the your boxes of bees that you bought. Now, you will have already sent a top and a bottom and a ratchet strap over there, and with any kind of luck, when we get there, you're going to find the top and the bottom and ratcheted together with your box of bees. So, as I said, we're going to be going in small groups, and Larry Fox will send out an email to give you a better idea of when that's going to happen, how it's going to happen. But what I'm going to do today is to show you what you need to do to transport your bees back home. If you have a screen bottom board, there's no problem. You can plug up the hole where the bees come in and out, the entrance to your hive, any way you want to. You can stuff it full of newspaper and put some duct tape over it. There's a number of ways you can do it, because the bottom, the screen in the bottom is going to provide plenty of ventilation for your bees. So I'm going to show you a few of those, and then we're going to talk about what to do if you have a solid bottom board. Okay, there's a bottom board and a top board, and it's bound together with a ratchet strap. So if you have a solid bottom board, then like I said, you can do a number of things. Just a plain old piece of 1x4 stuck in the opening, that'll block them up. Run a screw through it if you want to. Take your cordless drill with you. You can cut a piece of coroplast, political sign, staple it down right there. Once again, this is for a screen bottom board. You can take a piece of pipe insulation and just stuff it in the hole. Goes in real easy. It's a little harder to get out, but that's what you want. If you're concerned about it coming out, take your T50 staple gun with you and staple it across the bottom, and your bees are trapped. They can't get out. And once again, your screen bottom board will give them enough ventilation to keep them alive till you get them home. All right, now let's talk about what to do if you have a solid bottom board. You've got to provide some ventilation for the bees, or they'll suffocate on the trip home. I've got this same piece of coroplast here, and you notice that I got it drilled full of holes. And I'm going to put it on here with those holes up so that the air can circulate in and out of there. And I'll take my T50 staple gun and just put some staples in here. Long thumbtacks will work, whatever you need to do to hold that down. That's one thing you can do. If you have access to a fiberglass air conditioning filter, cut that filter medium out, and you can put that over the hole and staple it to the top and the bottom. You can take a piece of plain, this is just ordinary screen wire, and this happens to be metal, but you can just put it over the hole, staple it down. Looks ugly, but it'll do the job. Staple it down where the bees can't get out. You could even do something like this to help hold it, but as long as you keep ventilation in there. You can use number 8 hardware cloth to fill up that hole, but if you have a solid bottom board, you've got to provide some ventilation for them. If you have a screen bottom board, all you got to do is plug up the hole so they won't get out. Now, our friend Mr. Honnold Sr. Shared with us that you really didn't have to plug them up at all, that the bees would stay inside that box and you would lose very few of them. I'm sure that's true. He's been in the bee business 50 years, he probably knows exactly what he's talking about, but I think most of us are a little bit nervous about that. So there's your very unprofessional, unedited video on how to get home with your bees from Lovelady.